Hey guys, welcome to today's Captain's Blog. I just got a quickie for you because a gentleman named Chadwick Christian, who is awesome, was asking me if I had any plumbing tips. Yes. Number one, if you're doing... Now, understand, there's a point of diminishing returns on this. If you only have to install like a sink in your house, everything I'm about to tell you still applies, but only if you have more money than brains. For like a simple single thing, there's a lot easier, cheaper ways to do this. But if you are about to DIY the plumbing in your entire house, if you've got like some 1920s crap and there's 15 different types of pipe in there and all that jazz, and you want to do the whole house, this is absolutely the way to go for the home gamer, and it's something you're probably not going to find in your local big box store. Like, you won't find this at Home Depot and stuff like that. This is an PEX fitting. Okay, it's an expander PEX. Now, the things on these all look pretty much the same. Uponor is a little different. The fittings are a little bit larger bore, and the barbs are different. And they use, now this is the big one, you probably, unless you're doing 1-inch pipe, you don't need this. For 3/4 and down, the smaller tool, which I have somewhere around here, they sell two versions of the tool. One is the big M18. You only need this if you're doing 1-inch pipe or bigger. But they all work the same, and this is the one that I'm doing at the moment, and I'm doing 1-inch pipe because I'm dealing with the house mains, so let's do this real quick. I'm going to show you why Uponor is awesome. You take your pipe, you cut it to length with a clean square end, you put the ring, which looks like that, on the end of your pipe, and the rings only go on one way. They have stops on one end. And then this is how it's done. It's actually this hard. This is not a pipe joint yet. I'm going to put this elbow on this joint. This is how hard it is to do this perfectly. You stick it on the thing. Don't push. Just put it on the thing. And then pull the trigger. And then let it... See how it makes its little turn? Make sure to let it do that. And you can keep it in there. Just don't push on it. But it's really important to let it make that little turn. You don't just want to ram this in there. Let the machine do the work. And like pushing this on hard doesn't make it go any faster. And you can see it's stretching it out. Now once you get all the way down, one more. So you just hold it there, and I let it go 6 times. Depending on whose video you're watching, it's anywhere between 4 or 5. I just go 6 and say, fuck it. Now here's the important part. Once you hit 6, you very quickly take that off of there and put it on there. You do not have time to screw around, because in seconds, that is never coming out of there. Like, to take it out, you need... Well, by the book, you need a razor blade and a heat gun and 20 minutes worth of time. So if you screw one of these up like this, just throw the whole thing away. Just screw it, you're not getting it off. But in like 5 minutes, that's watertight. It's done. No solder, no torch, no heat, no setting the rafters on fire, no swearing. It's just done. It's good. It's beautiful. And and this is the hard stuff. This is the 1-inch. At 1-inch, it's a pain in the ass. And this will go like 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, 2-inch. I think they go up to like 3 inches, which is, it's giant pipe. 1 inch is what I'm doing all the mains in my house with, like to the manifold. All my filtration plant, all that's done in 1 inch. But after that, it's all 3/4 and 1/2. And the little tool, let me grab it shut to you here. I've got...
It's over there in the bread case by the plumbing stuff. This way. Go to your left on the left side. Go to the left side. Oh my God. It's right there in that red case. Right there. Literally.
Where am I looking? Left is this way. Over here?
That
right?
That red case.
Right?
That's your
this
left.
One?
You're looking at the board like,
oh
what's going on?
Okay, here. So this is the schnazzy case that it comes in for the little tool. I'm cheap. I didn't get a case for my big tool. So here's what it looks like. It's tiny. Now this tool will do 1 inch, but it won't like it. So if you only have to do like 2 connections at 1 inch, this is fine. But if you're doing like, I think 120, you want this. This is great. This is way easier to carry, way easier to use. Comes with a charger and a case and all that. And you can buy, I got one because why not, the 3/8. So I've got 3/4, 1/2 inch, and 3/8. Because like I'm going to use this for other stuff than just house plumbing. I'm going to use this for projects and things like that, like on robots and stuff. Because PEX is awesome. Now, the reason this is so cool is, first off, it's fundamentally idiot-proof. And that's a pretty high bar when you're as big an idiot as I am, because I'm pretty dumb. And it's good. Like, this is... The only thing you can really do wrong is cut your tube really cockeyed or not get it fully seated. If you're down to the wings, you're fully seated. That'll be watertight. And if you do it wrong, like that, you'll notice it. You'll be like, oh, well, shit, that's terrible. Okay, this is a horrible one. This was in a really awkward spot and I just pooched it. So you just cut it out and start over. But it's not cheap to get tooled up for it. This is like a $700 tool. And this one's probably, I think, $300-400 for the tool. It's like about $4. So it's expensive. And it's too expensive if you're only going to use it like 5 times. But if you're doing a whole house, the cost of the tool versus what you're saving on hiring somebody else to do it. Because if you pay a guy, if you hire a dude and he shows up, he's probably going to have this tool. Okay, this is what the pros use. And the cost per fitting, super cheap. Instantly, like by the time you've done your whole house, it will have paid for itself several times over. Because compare this to like shark bite, or take the time component and compare it to doing copper. And this stuff, Uponor, is super bendy. Okay, like you can bend this around corners and stuff, and you can just snake it where you want to go, so you have much fewer fittings. So it's just good. I love it. So there's your quick look. You want a quick plumbing tip? That's your quick plumbing tip. Uponor PEX is amazing. You guys have fun. I'm Chris Boden, and as always, I'll see you next time.